Guys, does anybody genuinely like enjoy being alive? Like, is anybody actually like waking up every day and like, I'm so excited, like I'm loving my life, like I'm loving being alive, like I'm so grateful to be alive? Like, do people really feel like that, or is that just what people are saying? And I also want to talk about the police sirens. I'm saying it's so odd to hear the police like this in this town. If I was in London, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid. But being here, it's so unusual. So unusual. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about my woes today. In particular, like how I just don't understand why, I don't get why anybody's like actually happy to be alive. I don't understand why everybody doesn't feel like I do and want to kill themselves constantly. And the other thing is, this whole singing, performing thing, I don't think it's for me, you guys. Like in theory, in thought, like I said, guys, if you're here watching this video, you should probably just unsubscribe, honestly. This is not about to be like a lovely, positive video. So if you want to maintain your like happiness of the day, skip away. It's all good. No hard feelings. We love you. But this isn't about to be one of those videos. This is about to be one of those videos where I'm having a downward mental spiral, and I'm combating that with a few things that usually help, which is 1, taking a walk, 2, talking to you guys, 3, going to buy myself something I don't actually need, but I want, because free will. Anyway, so I don't think I want to perform, you guys. Like the singing thing, I feel like my whole singing story arc has come to an end. And I think because before, when I was going to Italy, obviously when I was going to Italy, it was like, I was being hired as a job, I'm doing backing vocals, so I saw it more as a job than I did like anything else. Like it didn't feel like, because I'm here, I've been given designated songs, I'm being told what I'm supposed to sing. So as you guys would have seen, by the way, I absolutely enjoyed it so much. Just I'd like to say that. Like, and I feel like the best part of the Italy stuff and singing on stage was the fact that I was not the main vocalist. I wasn't even the main character at all. I still, we still got loads of attention, and like in the crowd, I had all these interactions like with these fans, because a couple times, like there was always like one lady, there will always be like a random Italian lady, right? Twice it happened. One time, it's one Italian lady, she was like sat directly in front of where I was on stage, and I think I winked at her, because I always like, you always like do the little things to the fans, a little wink, a little blow a kiss, all of that. So I was doing all of that, because that's what you do, obviously. I think I must have winked at her or something, or blown her a kiss or something. And anyways, she was like making eye contact with me the entire time, like to the point that when I came off the stage, she was all coming over. She was all flipping greeting me like I was the flipping main artist, mate. I was what's going on here, right? And she was like really enjoying it, like singing along, like just having a whale of a time, knowing all of the words. And it was really fun actually watching people sing. With that, like being on stage was such an interesting viewpoint, like, and perspective that a lot of people will never understand or never see, because especially the bigger the crowd, you're like seeing everybody like losing their minds, and you have every version of everything. Like, so some people are just still, completely still, not vibing. Some people are like dancing for their heart. Some people are singing along every single lyric. Like, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of people. It's really interesting. And it's really interesting perspective to realize, like, wow, this many people showed up here just to hear this man singing on stage. Like, that's crazy. Then on another night, there was another woman. Now, she was crying through every single one of the songs. She was also looking at me. And I feel like it was another one of those where, I was probably started off with me doing something towards the audience. Because I would always try to, like, whenever I'm on stage, I always try to, like, pick people out and give them a little moment in the concert, you know what I mean, and whatever, and the performance. Because it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, so another night, there was a woman, she was crying through every song. And, like, as she was like, watching me, and like crying the entire time. Like, I was like, I wanted to, I was like, I need to get off stage and give this woman a hug or something, because I don't know what this woman's going through. But she was crying. These are Italian women, by the way. And this is all fine and dandy and fun. And it's all fun because I wasn't the person, like the main person. And I feel like now, because it's been like a year since I performed on stage myself, and I'm past the point of like my annoyance with like how my body was looking and how inexperienced I am and like all of that. Those are things I don't mind having to deal with. Like, I don't mind needing to like practice and train my voice more. I don't mind that. I don't mind, that. Thank goodness. Hence why I've lost weight since last year. I don't mind that either. I don't mind those things. But the things I mind, and this is why I feel like, as long as other humans are involved in anything, nothing's ever going to be worth it in life. Like, that's the conclusion I feel like I've come to. Because as soon as you have like people that want to support what you're doing, or they really like whatever, I feel like it just ruins it. Like, it just ruins it. Because as I've heard, like, I've been listening to a lot of things that like artists say, and also having my experience in performance. As a performer, you don't really get to like do what you want to do anyway. Everything, if you want to be successful, it's very audience led, if you know what I mean. So like, a lot of artists will say, and I feel like this is exactly what's going to happen. This is what will happen to me. Hence why I intentionally didn't show you guys one of the songs that I did, because I was like, I already know, even though this is like the song I care about the least, I already know that's going to be the most popular song of all the songs I did. And I was just like, that's so annoying. That's why I'm like, what's the point? Like, I may as well just keep everything with the Lord. Like, if everything I enjoy doing and everything I want to do is only appreciated by me and God anyways, why am I ever around anyone? Like, because you hear people talk about it all the time, like artists or whatever, that their least favorite song on the album was the one that went viral. Their least favorite, the song they didn't even plan to produce or put out, is the one that got popular. Like, it's never, because I don't want recognition. Like, I don't want people to be my fans, and I don't want fans. You guys know that. Hello, squirrel. I'm actually a mess right now, by the way. Oh my gosh, the squirrel is so cute. I can't tell if it's freezing because it's trying to pretend it's not there, or, it's eating. Oh, so cute. Oh, the squirrel is so cute. Ignore how bad I look, by the way, guys. Just don't even judge. Listen, I'm going through it, okay? Yeah, I'm like, I just don't think it's worth it. I feel like sharing anything with anyone always ruins it. Like, literally sharing anything at all. Like, that's why I don't even like cooking anymore. Like, I love to cook, but like, and I actually love to cook for people because I'm not a big eater. I've said this before. I don't really enjoy eating. But I love cooking. But then it's just like, I want to be like a good chef. Like, I want to be good at cooking. So I'm not trying to be like these Michelin whoever's, because a lot of the food isn't as good as everybody thinks it is. And again, it's one of those, if you had the access, you'd realize it's not all it cracks out to be. Just like I say about fame, and I say about having a lot of money, or I say about having a lot of power, it's not what you think it is, but it seems like it's so worth it when you don't have it. It's like with cooking. Who am I going to cook for? Because who's going to tell me as a black woman, who's going to tell me the truth? Because I want to know exactly what you think of this food. Like, was it too sweet? Was it too salty? Was it too spicy? Was it lacking in a bit of this? Could have done with a bit of that? I don't want you to just tell me just for the sake of my feelings. Like, oh yeah, everything you make is delicious and amazing. I don't want that. But that's the world I live in. This is why I don't cook for anyone, because I don't believe anyone. I could be her. For all I know, guys, I'm terrible at cooking. For all I know. I'll never know, because people don't tell the truth about anything. So that's another reason why I don't want to cook for anyone either. Even though that's another love of my life. because people are going to lie or say whatever to like, I feel like everything comes down to the fact that you just can't guarantee like people are going to be true and honest humans. And I think that's what my issue is that I really can't stand fake, phony, none of that. Like, and let's be so freaking for real, right? I've said this before. The reason why it matters to me in my life, people are God-fearing. God-fearing as a very intentional term here, is not because you're better or whatever, or because I'm trying to have some kind of a club, or I'm trying to sit on my high horse of self-righteousness. It's quite simply, what other reason can you possibly have as a human to be honest? Because you can convince, like you can lie to everybody, you can lie to yourself about who you are and get away with it. That's the world we live in. The only way I feel like anybody has any genuine and real accountability in life is if you fear God, which again cancels out most of Christians. Because most of Christians care more about the worldly opinions and what the world thinks of them. Now that's not important, you know, because even in the book of Timothy, the one where it's talking about like the office of an overseer, and what you're supposed to be, it says in there, you know, even for that you should have like a good reputation among the people. So of course, you as a believer, like, like we don't want to give Christians a bad name, which funnily enough, in trying so hard not to do that, I feel like it's being done so much. Because I can't even tell people, like, this is another reason I don't like being around people, talking to anyone again. Because just like, as soon as I bring up God, or that I'm a believer, like, it's just like everyone has their assumptions of what they think I mean. They, like no one asks anything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you believe in God, you believe in this. Oh, so you believe this, or you believe this, or you believe this. No, you don't know why I believe because you haven't asked me. All I've said is I believe in God. I literally can't even say I believe in God without it backfiring on me. So why do I keep feeling like there's something on my flipping arm? It's just the heat, bro. And so yeah, I've just been coming to terms with the fact that, like, I don't want to be involved with, like, any relationships that are past a superficial level. Like, that's my real problem at the moment I'm facing, because it's just too much flipping work. Whether I'm explaining, oh, we believe in God, whatever, or worse, when people ask, oh, so how's your family? Like, what did you do for the holidays? And I try to be as vague as humanly possible. And again, it's just an excuse for people to start guessing, like, oh, it's like that. Like, oh, yeah, I usually just lie and say, yeah, they're fine. Everybody's fine. Everything's fine. Like, yeah. And I try to move off the topic. But then, you know, people start hitting you with, they're like, you know, because family is everything. And family is everything to this. I'm just like, you know what? Now I either have to trauma dump that you don't want to hear, or I don't know what, because I don't agree. It's not my experience. And if you want me to be honest with you, what I'm going to say honestly isn't going to be nice. Like, to be honest, love them, never want to be around them. So wish them the best, wish them all in heaven. And if they're in the north of heaven, I hope I'm in the south, but I still want them to be there. Like, that's as simple as that. And I don't want to have to elaborate. I don't want to have to explain myself. I don't want to have to get into any more singular details at all about it. In the same way, when somebody asks me, why are you like, oh, I don't want to, when I say, oh, I don't want to be married, I don't want to have kids, male or female, oh, but you know, it's always these long explanations. Can I just be? Am I not? That's what I'm saying. There's no point me being alive, yeah, because I don't get to exist as who I am anyway, because everything is wrong, right? I don't want to get into a conversation about it. I made my decision. I don't want to explain it. It's not because, oh my gosh, my heart was broken and this guy just destroyed my heart. No. In fact, I've had most really good experiences with men in general. In fact, the male department has given me every reason to want to be married and have children. That's not my problem. My problem is the very things no one's going to want to talk about, which is their kids in the underground tunnels, that I live in a society that protects predators, that we have church leaders that do heinous behavior and Christians turn a blind eye. Like, you see what I'm saying? As soon as I start telling you about what I really feel about things, no one wants to be there. Like, no, I don't want to have a conversation about nothing. I don't want to talk about anything other than the crazy things going on in the world. I don't want to have a conversation about how I am and how my day is and how the weather, and I especially don't want to talk about politics. I want to talk about politics because it's pointless. Because you're all going to go and vote for the same, you're going to go and vote like losers for the same idiots. Yeah, we need to just take them all out. And by take them out, I mean we need to send them all to old people's homes. I don't mean killing them, by the way. So, no, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about church or God with Christians because I don't want to be identified amongst you. I want to be accepted. I don't want us to be all ha he he together as if like you're doing absolutely anything valuable for the kingdom other than just doing whatever gets you the recognition from everybody else. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be accepted. I don't want to be a part of it. No, I don't want to have kids. No, I don't want to be married. No, I don't want to have friendships that are going to cost my morals and values. No, and I'm not going to turn a blind eye to things happening in the world because I've got one life to live and I don't even want to live it. And if I'm going to die one day, then you know what? I'm not dying. And then getting to heaven and God being like, and this is all the things that were happening in the world that you ignored while you were living selfishly for yourself. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get to heaven and God's going to turn around and be like, oh, well, this could have been done about this and this could have been done about that, but you were so busy focused and fixated on whatever you wanted to do for your selfish self. No way. Ain't no way. So no, I don't want to talk with anybody. I don't want to have nothing. I don't want nothing. I actually want everybody to leave me alone. In fact, the only thing I want anybody to do to help, and this is why you know that when people say stuff like, "Oh, do anything," like this is what I learned through dating. Yeah, it's always men being like, "Anything you want, I'll do for you," right? Because they're thinking I'm going to say, "Oh, I want to have this expensive wedding. I want to go on a holiday here. I want this." If I immediately say, "Okay, you're going to support me in starting a revolution," silence. I thought it was anything. But it's not anything, is it? Never is. It's the same with everybody. What would help you right now? Because you've been going through this for a long time and you've been feeling like this. Yeah, because the world hasn't changed. The world hasn't changed. The kids are still in the underground tunnels. The predators are still getting away with it. The church, the body of Christ is still weak as hell. Yeah, literally weak. Hell is stronger at this point. Yeah. That hasn't changed. That's why my mood hasn't changed. It's not because I'm not healing and I'm not experiencing deliverance. It's not because I'm not seeing the bright side of life. There isn't a bright side. There's only the dark sides, and we always like. This is what I don't like about humans. Yeah, all of us, we do this. We all do it. Because even me, I'm about to do this. Yeah, it's Saturday. It's the Sabbath. So what am I doing now? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna play games. I'm gonna watch a bunch of random videos, and I'm gonna pretend that I don't exist. I plan to pretend I don't exist for as long as humanly possible, that I can pretend I do not exist. Why? Because the reality that I'm living in is so depressing that I need to escape, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and pretend I don't exist for as long as possible and pretend that we're not here until I have some way of doing something. Because I'm just like, look, at this point, genuinely speaking, like, I'm not even joking, I'm just like, God, just tell me where. Like, where do I have to go, or what do I have to do, or how? Where is the location? And I will immediately start the revolution right now. I don't want to talk about anything else. Nothing else at all. I don't want to. Because all these other things that everybody talks about, yeah, it's all like the way we think as humans. That's why when people hear my opinions, they're always trying to swoop in to do something that's going to make me feel like, what can I do for you or to you that's going to make you feel better? Yeah. And it's like, I don't need anything for me. I'm not self-driven. I'm like, I've got everything I need in God. Are you kidding me? God created this entire planet. I get to go and be with God for eternity in heaven. You can't offer me anything better. So everything else, irrelevant. Yeah, we all go through pain. We all go through hurt. We've all been through stuff. We've all got our own baggages, our own whatevers. It happens. We've all been heartbroken. It's part of the human experience. I'm not feeling more sorry for myself than anybody else about any of it. That's why I feel like people don't seem to get. I don't need you to come and like hear my woes and understand my situation. That's why I get annoyed by certain conversations that people want to have with me. Like, oh, you feel like this must have happened to you, and this, even if those things, whatever those things are, happened, it doesn't matter. Guess what? That's called the human experience. Bad things happen. I'm here. The point is, I'm here. I'm alive. Somehow, I've got 10 fingers, 10 toes, I can do what I need to do. Like, I'm an adult. I'm here. So it's like, it just doesn't seem relevant to me to spend all this time for anyone trying to like, and that's why I don't want anybody to get to know me, because it's like, it's going to be a really long ride for you, and you're probably going to want to jump ship immediately. Like, I saw this girl the other day on YouTube, and when I heard this, when she said this, I was like, these are the kinds of people I need to find in life, right? So she was like, as in like, these are the kinds of people I need to befriend, because so she was like, what did she say? She says, so when basically the long and short of it is, when her dad went to prison, her dad went to prison, which is kind of funny. My dad's not been to prison, but do you know what's actually funny though? I used to know in London, one of the London town halls, they also had a guy who ran for mayor of London there, who was the pastor at this church. Anyways, he's like executive assistant. I don't know why I've used that phrase after the whole Donald Trump thing yesterday. Anyways, the girl who worked there, she was a PK. So when we both realized we were both PKs, we were like, ah! And I was like, oh, what's your experience being a PK? And she's like, my dad's in prison. And I was like, fair. Like, it didn't even cross my mind as a crazy thought, like, at all. I was just like, yeah, sounds about right. Like, sounds about right. And that was just really funny. But then, you know, like, those are the moments where you have, somebody has like a trauma where I'm like, okay, like, you're going to get it now. Because like, even my friend in Italy, right? She said it a few times, and I should have taken this to heart more. She was talking about how she's never been sexually abused ever. And I didn't think of it that deeply until in hindsight, I now see why she never understood, because there was other situations with other people and stuff. She would never really understand how that kind of trauma plays itself out. And she would always kind of act as if people were making a bigger deal out of something that didn't need to be made a big deal of. This is why I think the only kinds of people I can be like befriending or close with, you've got to be like the brokenest of most broken people, like actually broken, like actually being through just like hell and back, and like can tick every checkbox list on the list of traumas you've experienced, right? Because this girl, this is the funniest story ever. She was like, basically, because her dad went to prison, and then the dad said to his best friend, like, by the way, like, can you please look after my family, because I don't think I'm getting out this time. So then he ends up getting with so the friend gets with their friend's mum, right? So so he's in prison, and his best friend is now with the mum. Apparently they're still together. This like 15 years later. And then the friend gets upset because when the daughter now, the dad eventually gets out of prison, and when he does, like, it happens to be just before his daughter, who's telling the story, has her baby, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, like, my dad gets to be here for the birth of the child. Anyway, and so the friend now tries to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm this young, because he was obviously like 20 years younger than the guy's mom or whatever. He was like, oh, I can't believe I get to be a grandfather. And then he wasn't happy because basically I think it was the daughter who corrected him, like, no, you're not the grandfather, you're my grandfather, like, you're with my grandma, you're now the great grandfather, like. And he didn't like that. I was like, this is exactly my kind of trauma, that are people that I can actually deal with, like, because to me that's not a big deal. Like, it's actually quite funny as a story. But, you know, some people be like, oh, especially Christians. Yeah, Christians are the most sticklers of sticklers. Like, it's actually incredible that I believe in the Lord the way that I do, because I can't stand a stickler. Like, people who just, like, follow the rules just to look good, or just because it sounds good or whatever. I can't stand a stickler. And a lot of Christians are just sticklers. Like, they're just sticklers. They're just trying to, like, look good for the sake of I don't know what, I don't know where, I don't know what. I don't know. Someone explain it to me. And so I can't stand Christians being around them either. It's like, oh no, or anything that's like, you know, sinful that they did, oh, that was in their past 50,000 years ago. Like, brother, we're all sinners, we still sin now, and we need the blood of Jesus every day, the same way we did the first day we got it. Like, you need to just, like, stop pretending like you're perfect. Like, this is what I'm saying, like, you need to just stop pretending like you don't sin. Like, and in fact, I feel like these are the worst kinds of people actually as well, because these are the people who probably have the most of the sins in their heart. You know, they have harbored resentment, all the things that they store inside. Whereas some of us just come out and just say stuff, and then, like, I get kind of bored with the fact that I'm even talking about it, and then I'm just like, oh, whatever, it is what it is. I feel like these are the people, where they store things on the inside. You cannot actually see me. And why is that? Because the sun is behind me, that's why. Low-key, I'm actually, oh, you can't even see me. Low-key, okay, hold on. Yeah, so it's just annoying. Like, it's just hella annoying, all these things. And like literally every single thing about everything is annoying me, like at this point in time, because I just can't. Like, I can't be asked. I can't be asked to be around anybody. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about this. I'm not left wing, I'm not right wing. I love being a black person. I don't hate white people. Like, I don't want to talk about the education system is trash. Like, I've actually been so sick of people asking me how work is, yeah. I've started to snap back at people about a lot of stuff, because I've actually made it clear, like, to people who know me personally, like, I don't want to ever talk about work. So never ask me how work is, because it's never good, because this system is stupid, yeah. People will ask me anyways, because that's all like, people don't know how to just be normal. Like, they have to have like these generic, I feel like it's also being in this country, I can't even lie. Like, and especially with the weather as it is, because people are like, oh, it's been nice and hot recently. But have you noticed that no matter what the weather is, British people actually complain regardless, because now it's too hot, and now everyone's having to explain to the rest of the world why the British heat is not the same as other heat, which is true. It's not the same. It's quite different. I've been in places that are way hotter in temperature-wise, but here it's humid. And you got to remember, this is a tiny little island surrounded by water. So all the heat, yeah, it just becomes humidity. So it's not that the heat itself is bad, it's the humidity. Like, you feel like you're literally like when you're in the shower, like, it's nice when there's steam in the room when you're in the shower, but like if it's happening to you like 24 hours a day, or like trying to sleep, it's not fun. Yeah, that's what it's like 24/7. I think people understand that. So, you know, but yeah, like I said, no matter what the weather, we're gonna complain here now. This is what we do. This is what we do in the UK. This is what we do in England. And that's the other thing that's ticking me off, by the way, because now it's going to be Pride Month. And obviously the pride of Britain, you know, they're very prideful people. So this demon, like the principality or whatever kind of level demon of pride that exists in this country, which I've said to you guys before about this, not only is it already here in this land, and not only is next month going to be Pride Month as well. Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I do feel more difficulty on the spiritual warfare side of things when it comes to June every year. So yay. In a world, by the way, where God says, I'm never going to kill all of you again through a flood. So I'm going to give you this, ironically, I'm walking past a nursery called Raindrops. I'm going to say, which has got like a rainbow on it. I'm never going to kill you guys with a flood. I'm going to only, I'm going to give you this rainbow as my sign that I'll never do this again. And what have we gone and done with that? We're going to take the rainbow to go and use as an example, as the literal color scheme, flag and everything. There's kids in my generation who are never going to know the origins of this, right? The rainbow, and why God created it. And they're only ever going to know it associated with, you know. And again, I'll be honest, if you ask me, the whole LGBTQ plus thing, it's just another form of trauma. Like I feel like it's just another trauma response. I feel like everyone's trauma responding, but like there's acceptable ways to and not to. So like it's acceptable to question your gender, like it's acceptable to be on all these medications. It's acceptable for certain things, but other things are not acceptable. Like, it's not acceptable to want to end your life. It's not acceptable, because you're supposed to just be happy to be alive just because you are. Like, there's no logic behind it. Like, this is the thing. Tell me one piece of logic as to why you should just be happy to be alive. You're forced to have to do stuff. Like, earlier today, I was just minding my business. I didn't want to do anything. I was trying to sleep, but my stomach was hurting. You know why? My bladder. Because I needed to pee. So I go downstairs to the toilet. I didn't want to have to go downstairs. I go downstairs. There's a freaking big fat red spider next to my face. And I was like, you know what? I didn't want to be here. I'm only here because I can't sleep. And now my stomach hurts because I've been holding it for so long. Like, I didn't ask for this life. Like, I didn't ask to have to wake up and have to go to the toilet. I didn't ask to have a job and have to do this. And again, I don't have to work. Yeah. All the male community tell me all the time, yeah, but you know, you don't have to work. But what else do I have to do instead? Because think about it. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have to use my body. I don't want to use my body either. Like, not with you anyway. So no, it's not that I just don't have to work and I just don't have to anything. Actually, I have to do something that's going to cost me a lot more energy than going to do my job. Because to be honest with you, I don't mind teaching, you know, maths to teenagers and whatnot. I can handle that. Pretending that I want to be sexually involved with you, that's way more effort. Like, I can't be asked. Can't be, so you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Oh, so I'm really just going to sit there doing nothing, and that's what you mean. That's not what you mean. That's not what you mean. We both know it. And you didn't stop me across the road because you thought, oh yeah, she looks like she's somebody who'd be great to just sit there and do absolutely nothing. You flipping idiot, right? Yeah, exactly. Go and take a cold shower and go and just shut the hell up. Like, to be honest, respectfully, I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. So I just want to say that to all the men who are like, whoa, you guys women, you wanted rights. Like, we can't win. When we don't work, we're just essentially blow up dolls, yeah, that have babies for you and have no rights, or we have rights, and then we are where we are now, which honestly I don't mind where I'm at now, because at least I can do the things I want to do in a way, without my only value being my vagina, by the way, because that's what it feels like. It's like, oh, your value is all based in your vagina, like how many people have been inside of it, how many people want to be in it, if it's capable of bringing out a baby, like that's all the value is. Like, it's so, yeah, that's kind of dehumanizing. Like, it's actually dehumanizing. So there's that, yeah. And then also, like I said, this whole friendship thing, like, bro, I'm so bored of this now, because it's just like people just like, especially for the fact of like how the whole situations have gone down in the last couple of years, specific experiences I've had, like, I'm just like, I'm actually so bored of this. Like, it's actually never worth sharing anything with anyone, like, in any way. Like, it's never worth it. It's never worth even just going for a nice meal or even just having a conversation, because something bad is going to happen and you're going to have to deal with the consequences, and you're just going to have to deal with them, because that's what humans do. And then there's acceptable ways of dealing with things and non-acceptable ways of dealing with things. Because a lot of things that happen to me, I would rather just punch people in the face. Just one quick knock to the nose, one quick, just a quick one, just quick break of the nose, like, quickly. I don't want to talk. I don't have a conversation. I don't want to explain myself. I don't want to hear your explanation. I don't want to talk. I'm done with this. Why do I have to now go on a whole explanation just so you cuddle your feelings? Oh, well, that's not, and I didn't like how this. I don't care. I didn't give birth to you. Like, you're not my responsibility. I do not care. I don't care. And I do not care. Like, don't care. And I've been pushed to this point because of caring too much. And that's also my own fault, I guess, right? Because everything's your fault. You don't choose to be alive. You don't choose to be here. You don't choose a lot of things about your life, but somehow you pay your entire life for your own not choices that you didn't even have. Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's the actual crazy part. Yeah, you didn't choose to be here. You didn't choose to be alive. You're supposed to just be happy. You're supposed to just deal with the life that you never asked for. Like, this is why I actually hate being like that. This is why I hate existing, like, in its totality, because, like, it doesn't make any logical sense. How does that make any logical sense? Like, actually explain to me the logic behind what I just said. How is it logically making any sense to anyone at all? You didn't ask for this life. You didn't ask to be here. If you had known and if you'd been given consent, you would have said no. But now all of a sudden you're supposed to take on all this responsibility and all this stuff onto your shoulders, and you're supposed to be happy about it. What the hell? Like, no wonder everybody's so bad at maths, bro, because you guys, like, the world doesn't know how to think with logic. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So anyways, sorry guys, you can't really see me, but at this point, I'm sorry, I'm walking against the sun right now. I tried to be more sun involved, but who needs to see my face anyway, like, realistically speaking. I'm just over it. Like, I'm actually so over it. So it's just like, at this point, I'm just like, God, just get to the point. Let's just get straight to the flipping revolution, or just end it. Like, just end it, because I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm actually not going to just be here at 30, like, and just dealing with it. Like, I'm telling you this now, here and now. Like, I'm not waiting another year. Like, I'm not doing this for another year. I'm not tolerating being alive for another year. Like, it's not going to happen. So we're either going to start the revolution ASAP, or I don't know, man. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this. It's over. Like, it's actually over. I can't be asked. I can't be bothered having to deal with people, and people are so needy. Like, this is why I was saying about performing and why I don't like it, and all of this, because people are very needy in the world. Like, they're very needy. Like, they need your attention. They need your this. They need this from you. They need that from you. They just want to, you're their favorite, whatever. They just want to touch you. They just want to take a photo. Oh my gosh, they're freaking out. Because look at me, guys, right now. I'm walking down the road, yeah? No one's bothering me. No one's talking to me. No one's whatever, like, for the most part. You know what I mean? But imagine I had 100 million followers. All of a sudden, I'm being treated as if I'm any different from the very same human being that I am right now. That's how stupid we are as humans. That's how stupid we are. I see flipping believers falling out for celebrities, caring more about celebrities, and having more of a deep emotional reaction to celebrities than they do having the presence of God at church. And Jesus would pop up and you would not even notice him, because what? Because he's not what? I don't know. The most tallest, darkest, handsomest, I don't know. You rather be losing your head over some flipping Holly weirdo that's probably on the Diddy list, that's probably doing weird things to children, and you're acting as if like you've seen a celebrity. Yeah. I'll never forget, yeah, this time, this leader, this pastor, yeah, he made a very, very good point, because he's talking about how inactive men are during praise and worship at church, yeah. And he was like, it's crazy because like, watch how they behave at like sports games. And it's so true. It's so true. Like, you're there all stiff-necked, can't move a bit, like they're there in the church service, yeah. Meanwhile, at the freaking sports events, mate, yeah, that's crazy work, that actual crazy work. Like, I actually can't be asked. Like, can I actually be so honest, guys? I can't be asked. Like, I can't be asked to be here. Oh my days, I can't be bothered. Sorry, guys, you're not going to be able to see me very well because it's, the lighting, and I'm actually sweating again. And it's just like, at this point, it's just a cycle of like sweat, and then sweat for a couple of hours, and then take a shower, and then sweat for a couple of hours, and then take a shower, and then sweat for a couple of hours. It's just doing too much. And the days are too long, bro. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, everything's just stupid to me. Like, everything's just stupid. Like, this is what I'm saying. Even people in relationships, yeah, because this is where this is all coming from. People are very heavily entitled, like, in their relationships. Like, I want this for me, to me feel like this, and me. So I don't want to have kids, because I realize most people's reasons for having children is kind of selfish. Oh, I didn't have a reason to live. I had nothing to live for. Why are you putting all that onto a child, brother? And let's be so freaking for real. You care about all this stuff. It's all fun and games, and they're a baby. But as soon as the moment they start having their own personality, yeah, I realize this from talking to my own family members. And I realized everybody does this, yeah, where it's like, oh, remember when you were like 2 and you used to do this? How comes no one ever talks about the things I've done as an adult? I've done a lot of impressive things as an adult, but you're still more funny that I couldn't say Arthur properly when I was a baby, when I used to watch this and I used to do that, and you think that's funny. That's what you want to remember. Yeah, you want to remember the version of me that had no control over myself, no autonomy, that just had to listen, and if I didn't listen, I was wrong. That's the version of me that you like. You don't like the version of me that left home and went out into the city and was actually made a name for myself and actually did like actual things. You don't care about that version of me. You don't like that version of me. The heck? This I realized. And a lot of people are like, oh, I miss when you were just a baby. I remember the day you were born. Yeah, well, that day was 29 years ago. Brother, that day was 29. And I'm saying this on behalf of everybody, because I feel like we need to actually address these things, because a lot of people do this. A lot of parents do, like, yeah, you might have been excited and happy on the day that you gave birth to your kids. Great. Lovely. Oh my gosh, you felt love like you never felt it before. Awesome. Yeah. What about 30, 40, 50, 60? Exactly. And you know what we do in society? And this is the part that I'm not participating in. There's a lot of people that just pretend. There's a lot of pretending that goes on. Like, pretending. Like, people have these like lovely family events, Christmas traditions, or even Valentine's Day, all these things, yeah. No, I don't like them, because there's a lot of pretending and there's a lot of like entitlement. A lot of times it's like there's one or two or few entitled people that want it to go a certain way, and then everybody else is bending the knee just so you can have some nice photos, some nice holiday photos, just so that you can look good at church, that your whole family's there, right? How many African parents, yeah? Well, shout out to my dad for this, by the way, because I was never forced to go to church, by the way. And I think that had a very heavy impact on my relationship with the Lord, because it wasn't by force. Like, I actually knew I wasn't being forced to go to church. And he'd always say, you don't have to go. And I'd be like, okay. So I would go because I didn't have to, But there's a lot of people out there who will want their kids to be at church, not because they actually care about the kids, but they care about, keeping up appearances. Care about keeping up appearances and not being the one that's embarrassed because their kids are not at church or other people's kids are at church and whatever. Like, this is what I'm saying. There's so many things that people are doing for the wrong reasons. Or like people wanting to get married, like I said, a lot of women, just so they have their special day to make a big fuss about themselves, so they can force a man to worship them. Like, I don't want to be worshipped. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be worshipped. Or like even friendship groups. Like, a lot of people, I feel like they stick with their friendship groups and they stay around people because they're scared to be alone. So you'll tolerate the toxic behavior or whatever of somebody else because it's worse for you in your head to think about being alone than it is to like deal with that person and how they behave and like This is what I'm saying, guys. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I just actually can't be asked to be anywhere with anyone. Actually, any. Ow. Like, I can't be asked. I can't be asked. It's actually just stupid. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's all just dumb and stupid. And everywhere you turn, like, people are just doing stuff. Like, I feel like because now I've gotten to a point where, like, I can't pretend I don't know what I do know. And I've been so right about so many things that now I can't just, like, go with the crowd and pretending that things are not how they actually are. Like, I can't do it now. And that's the problem. So I'm not just going to sit there and act like this is all a happy occasion. And I'm also not going to be the one who's going to be, you know, the person having to deal with whatever drainage person we're all tolerating. Because like I said, right, there's always like that one person at church or that one person wherever, that one person who feels so entitled and so wants to be in control. You know, like, I'll give you guys a perfect example. It's like when you have a job and you're at work and you like work somewhere that's like in an office. And there'll always be that one person, who will decide they're going to collect all the money for somebody's gift, right? Now, there's layers to this. If you do that and you do it out the kindness of your heart, and you're not going to complain about it and you're just going to get on with it, cool. By all means, you know what? It's actually helpful. And I'll throw in a 10, I'll throw in whatever towards somebody's birthday gift. Cool. But you know the ones that annoy me? It's the ones who take on those kinds of responsibilities. Like, these are the people for me who ruin society. And these are the ones who are protected, the most. These are the ones everybody bends the knee for, which I won't be doing. The one who, like, takes on that responsibility that nobody asked them to. And then will be hounding everybody, getting annoyed that people haven't done things on time. And it's like, absolutely no one asked you to do this. No one. But now you want to be the victim. And then it's always people like that. This is why I don't like talking to people, because it's always the people that bother me. It's not the people that are clearly doing bad. It's the people that turn around and be like, oh, but I was just trying to do something nice. Like, I was just trying to create the nice. The people who want to try to do something nice. It's always something nice. I'm just trying to do something nice. Right? And this is what I'm saying about the Christian people. Oh, but I'm just trying to represent God. I'm just trying to be a good man of God, a good woman. It's always these people, who are the worst. No one asked you to do that, brother. Like, brother. And you see me now, where I've lost all my patience for the adult population. I will just start saying stuff exactly as I'm saying it to you guys. Nobody asked you to do that, brother. Like, I would say that to a grown woman. I don't care. And at my workplace, I don't care. And then if they're like, oh, but you didn't need to say it like that, you could have been more, I'll quit. So, let me resign. You know what? I won't see you tomorrow. Like, because I don't care. I'm sick of coddling. This is what I'm saying. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired. I'm done. Like, I've got no. Didn't ask for it. Didn't ask to be here. Didn't ask to have to deal with you. Like, this is what I mean. Like, you're going to work at a job. You're just trying to do your whatever hours you got to do and then go home. And then in the meantime, what have you got to deal with? Oh, well, this person's feelings. Oh, what did you get up to at the weekend? This is why I can never work in a job again, like, to be honest. Because I don't want to be asked what I did on the weekend. I don't want to be asked how my day is. No, I don't want a coffee. No, I don't want to work to Starbucks together. No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. And I don't want to have to be nice just so that I don't hurt your little feelings. Can I say that? I don't want to. It's like in church, at the end of the service. I just want to sit there in the presence of God, and I'm just there, the music's gone, everybody's leaving the room. I'm just sitting there, just trying to take in the moment, just trying to, really finish off the moment with the Lord. And it's always someone, hey, so I seen you like been at church for and I was wondering if, maybe you want to go for, give me a break. Give me a flipping break. Or even now, like coming out here, I'm outside a guy's house. I know he lives here. Number 62, he told me. I'm just walking down this road and this guy stops his car in the road. He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, this is great. I just moved in locally. This is so cool. We can, like, see each other. No, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. It's not cool at all. Actually, because I don't want to just meet up. I'm not just happy. I don't want to socialize. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to realize I just don't want to socialize. And the people I want to socialize with, I can't even see them, like you guys. You guys are all over the world. I would socialize with you guys, Anytime I've ever had any interaction with the winning team vocals, always great. And it's actually kind of reminds me of like when I say about when you spend time with God and then you have to spend time with everybody else and you realize everybody else sucks. It's the same thing with you guys, because every time I've like spent time with any of you guys, or I speak for you guys, I'm like, this is great. Like, I actually like people. Like, maybe I'm a people person, like, low key. Until I then speak with other people again. I'm like, oh, this is why we don't do that. This is why. This is why we stay away from everybody. So that's why I'm like, look, God, we need to get to it. We need to get to the promised land. We need to get this stuff done. I can't be us saying, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Like, I don't have to. Like, I don't actually have to be here. Like, the fact is, I actually have the choice to try and end my own life. And so if we really want to test it out and we really want to see, like, we'll go there. Because, like, I'm not doing this life anymore. Like, this sucks. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. I don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to be around anyone. All I want to know is revolution, children underground tunnels, and promised land. That's all I want to know. I don't want to know anything else. I don't want to talk about anything else. I don't want to talk to anybody else. I don't want to talk to anybody else except from you guys. You guys are the winning team. You winning team members. Only you guys. And not the snakes in the grass who are still here, which, by the way, why are they here? I don't know. Why do they stay here and they know they're unwanted? I don't know, but that's humans for you. That's the craziest part. It's so human nature that to know that somebody doesn't want you there, to know you're unwanted, to know you're seen as a problem, and to still just stay there because you want to. That's the humans for you. This is why, I'm saying, like, everyone's just entitled and wants what they want for themselves and wants to be entitled to everything whilst not really caring enough or very much about what they're giving to others. That's exactly what it is. You want to be here, so you want to do this, so you're doing it. You don't care about how I feel. And you know what's crazy is people will warp in their head somehow, like they're doing something good. Just like I was saying about this analogy of the person who stresses everybody out because they want to gather up money for a gift for someone. And it's like, in their head, they'll go to bed at night, they'll be sleeping 12 hours at night, after feeling so stressed, having to ask everybody for stuff, like a job nobody actually asked them to do, by the way. These trees are actually way bigger than you realize when they've got the leaves on. Because look at this. This is a whole shade. There's a whole bit of shade here, mate. This is quite nice. If it wasn't for the fact everybody has Ring cameras now, I'd actually come and sit out here. But now everybody's got the freaking Ring doorbell. So now I don't really like to hang around too much. Because again, it's just another thing. Like, God forbid I go missing, right? I would love to actually go missing. Like, I'd love to just, like, go missing and just, like, delete myself somewhere. But you know why I don't even do that? Because there's going to be a police investigation. There's going to be an investigation. They're going to try and find out what happened. We need to know what happened. Like, listen, I'm dead now. Leave the investigation. Save the taxpayers' money. Like, respectfully, like, spend all that investigation time and go and like look for the kids in the underground tunnels. Because why are you now searching for me and what happened so you can get every detail? Oh, we got from the Ring camera footage. You can see that she left the house at 12:17 p.m. and though she was caught here doing this, she was wearing this and she was wearing that. Who freaking cares? Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't even die in peace. Like, this is the kind of world we live in. You cannot even die in peace. Then there's a funeral with a bunch of people you don't want to be there, and a bunch of people who all of a sudden can show up all together at the same time on one day when you've died, but were never there for you when you were alive. All of a sudden, then they're going to be there crying. Nah, I don't want a funeral. This is one of the reasons I can't kill myself yet, guys. I'll be so annoyed. I think I'll come back to life at my funeral from how annoyed I will be in the shadow realm at people having a funeral for me. I don't want to see one tear shed. In the same way that I feel like about my birthday. Don't wish me a happy birthday when you've actually added sadness to my life. Don't wish me a happy birthday. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, it just feels nice. It feels nice, doesn't it? It feels nice. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, guys, I'm going. I've got nothing nice to say. As I said at the beginning, you should just unsubscribe. Realistically, I want you to stay, and hopefully, I'm hoping some people are going to relate to what I'm saying, because I actually do really want you guys here, and I actually love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful to actually have people to talk to. And genuinely, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have YouTube. Like, if I didn't have you guys here, I actually don't know what I would do. But yeah, I'm just not in a good way. So I'm going to try and just distract myself. It's the Sabbath. I want to say happy Sabbath, but I haven't made a very happy video. So let me not, bring shame to the day of the Lord, the rest day, I should say. I'm going to try and go and actually rest. And like, it's hard for me to rest because I'm so annoyed about everything all the time. So all I feel is just heat in my head and a constant headache. I'm going to go and try and just relax, watch some funny videos, play some games, and just try to get through the day. Like, that's all my goal is to just get through the day. Every day, that's my goal. Is like, if I get through the day, like when the sun sets and it finally gets cold, the way I catch my breath is if like I've just run a marathon. Like I freaking made it. Like I did it. Like I got through this somehow. So I need to just get through the day. But yeah, I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm not going to be here this time next year, by the way. I'm going to be so clear about this. Like, come hell or high water. Like, it's up to the Lord what he decides to do, respectfully speaking. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not. And I feel like, you know what's tipped me over the edge with all of this is where I would normally be in Italy. At least I would have something that's like heavily distracting me from my woes, because I'd be more worried about like, oh, let me not mess up going on stage. Let me not mess up this. Let me not mess up that. Like, because I don't want to ruin somebody else's show. And also because I like Sucro. I think that's a big thing. I really like the guy. Like, I really like him as a person. So I just like being around him. Like, I just like him. Like, there's nothing else to it. I just like the guy. So it was always like such just cool to just, everything felt like it was worth it just to be in his presence. I know it sounds like I'm in love, but I'm not in love with Zucchero. But you know, it would be just nice like to be around him and to see somebody so talented. But then also it's like at the same time I'm just seeing again the entitlement and just how everybody's just happy to drain him and just take everything from him, and he's just a sweetheart. And like I feel like because I'm not there and I'm here, it's the first time I've spent like both May and June in England in like 3 years. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Anyway, I'm gonna go, you guys. Back to the delirium of it all. Their lives are going fights away. I don't care anymore. Can you tell? Anyways, that's again, we play to win. God bless you all.